Hello, my name's Derek Bailey. I've been a wood turner now for over 40 years and taught for 8 of those years. A few of you, well, quite a few of you have been watching me in my little venture towards creating a jig for making embellishments in plain timbers like mahogany, etc. And I've reached a stage now where I think it's time to call it a day, or else I'll be on it forever. So if there's anybody out there who likes what I've done and wishes to take it up and make more of it and create a better product, then by all means do that, because I'll be creating a video later on including the plans and the dimensions to what I've made. So if anybody wants to take it up and make a better job of it, then great. If that's your boat. Some people will like the intricacies involved and some people won't. So it's not for everybody, and I think it's a niche market. So it's not something that I can make anything of or any financial gain from. But I've enjoyed the journey. So if anybody likes to do ornamental turning, which is what it's classified as, there's plenty of videos out there showing absolutely marvellous machines, rose engines, etc., that create perfect patterns, beautiful patterns. But they are quite established engineers and they have quite refined workshops in order to create these machines. As I said, I've made mine out of scrap wood, so perfection isn't something that I can readily achieve. Although what I have done is just about acceptable. I'm hoping that it's created a kind of charm to the pattern in that it looks like it's been created by hand rather than a machine, and sometimes people appreciate that. And anyway, I'll be doing a video using the jig to do embellishments on a cup and saucer I prepared earlier. So I hope you'll enjoy my next video. This is a short video, about 10 minutes long, something like that, just to keep you updated, because I've been away for a while, well, for a week or so, and I've just got back into doing things with it. So I hope the wait hasn't been too long for those who were still interested. Anyway, that's enough waffling. Let's get on. Here I'm creating radial flutes and incorporating a slight movement at the end of each flute by using the annulus. It's interesting to see the replay myself, because I can see slight errors in movement that I'm creating, a slight twisting moment when I shouldn't be doing. I'm setting the stops to restrict movement radially, and the bulk of the cutting now will be done by the annulus alone. If you notice, when I move the lever on the annulus, I'm also getting a secondary movement, and this is due to the friction of the annulus within its casing. The best way I think would be, I should have oiled this before I did it. If you look closely, you can see slight differences in the pattern, but I don't think they're too noticeable, and it may give it a quaint look and make people realise that this has been handmade rather than machine made. Well, that's my excuse. my impatience rears its ugly head again as I'm still concentrating on getting the pattern finished as soon as possible, and I'm not watching as I rotate the disc by hand. It makes the grinder lift slightly, which interferes with the smoothness of the pattern. I should have slowed the cut down more and give the burr more chance to cut, because a burr needs more chance than a router bit. Well, here is not the finished item, but it's a little better. I've got consistency of cut. It's quite can get quite a few different patterns. I'm quite happy with the versatility of the patterns it creates. It's very difficult to use is the jig. Everything's got to be just right. You need to check and counter check and check again. It's hard work, but with the ornamental turning, it's mostly machine driven, and you're at the dictate of the machine, and it creates an ornamental rose engine or ornamental lathe. Does create perfect results. My little jig does not. But what it does create, whether it has any value or not, is that it creates a hand. It gives a more, what shall I say, unpredictable result. And its inconsistencies, says he, hoping it will give some sort of charm, as similar to a hand-turned item compared to a machine-turned item. I think it has some merit. It needs some more refinements, obviously, but I think I could use it for certain occasions and that sort of thing. But it takes a lot of time to set up. I think on this one, again, a lot of furred cutting edges. That's because I was using a burr cutter rather than a router cutter in the grinder. I'm sorry it's took a long time to get back to you, but I've been away, and I've been experimenting and trying to refine it and trying to create a more consistent cut, which means tightening a few things up, creating a more representation when I put a pencil in or a pen, that what it scribes on a piece of paper accurately represents what I will be cutting in wood. I found that difficult, so I had to produce some way of making a rigid pen fitting within the jig itself. Other than that, I think I'm drawing to a close. I've finished a plate and a cup, which I've done earlier in the video. I've done a saucer and a cup. I'm going to attempt to embellish this. Fingers crossed I don't make a mess of it. And then we'll see what happens when I colour it. I've come across a video which shows you how to colour indentations and embellishments in wood without staining the rest of the wood around the cuts. So I'm going to use that technique as well in my next video. So until then, I hope that you're still with me. I'm sorry again that it's took so long to get back to you, but I have been away and I have been experimenting and tightening things up, trying to make a consistent cut using the jig. So all the best, See you in my next video. Take care and please subscribe. Thank you.